What's up, fellow YouTubers? So right now I'm working on my album, or not right now, but I will be later. I got some pipe ash on my face. Hold up. Oops. See, now it could be worse. I want to go reach up and get that pipe ash off my face. And I tore a small hole in the collar of my shirt. But you know what? I'm not tripping out about it because it could be worse. The shirt's still intact, you know. And if the shirt gets too bad, I can always order another one. So there's no sense in freaking out about it. And truth be told, YouTube, that's just something I've been trying to work on. I'm tired of freaking out over stupid little shit. I'm tired of it. I feel self-conscious about having a fucking temper. And I want a girlfriend, and if I want a girlfriend, I can't have a temper. I just can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not fair to expose anyone to that, especially, you know, and it's just better for your character. Well, this is the opening for it so far. I mean, the beats I'll mix in with it later. But the song is called Demon Wings, and I'm mixing power metal with black metal, basically. And which means layering guitar, layering vocals. You know, it's a bit of a process, but the end result's pretty cool sounding. I got a lot of positive feedback from the last album, so I'm repeating that sound again. Fetch me their souls. Giving you a sneak peek on my progress on the album. Working on the album Hell's Advocate. Now, I had a bit of trouble designing the album cover. That's what I got going so far for the guitar and the opening of it. Just a small sneak peek of what I'm making. You're not gonna, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna hear the entire song until it's done. But just a small teaser for you. And yeah, that's pretty kick-ass shit if I do say so myself. Now, mixing power metal with black metal is certainly unique. You don't see a whole lot of bands doing it. And you're going to get criticized for being original, that's just how it is. And then you get criticized for copying someone else's sound. Everyone's a fucking critic. But there are times when I'm not in the mood to create music, and there's times that it's you want to get it just right, so you got to sit there for a couple hours recording the same bit over and over and over and over again. Now, don't get me wrong, GarageBand's pretty sweet. However, it doesn't compare to actual studio time. That's way more professional. And all you gotta do is provide the music, and they'll provide the work to make it sound crisp and clean. You know what I'm saying? So yes, a lot of people can make music on GarageBand or what have you, and then sell it on SoundCloud as music and call it an album, which I suppose is like a more modern way of doing gigs. You know, it's a more technological way of doing it, I suppose. Because if you think about it, when bands first start off, they'll do gigs, they go to bars, they play. Well, producing music on SoundCloud is no different, really. There's a lot of musicians who do that kind of thing. And I wasn't worried about making money or getting discovered. I'm more worried about getting my sound out there, that the concept, the idea, you know. So I offer the music for free on my SoundCloud to anyone who wants to listen to it. And, you know, every album gets progressively better. And the cool thing about Hell's Advocate is that each song sounds uniquely different. And yeah, let's see, how many songs do I have on Hell's Advocate? Right now I have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could make Demon Wings my last song, but I might make 2 more after it. We'll see how I'm feeling. It's my album. You know, I got the album cover just the way I want it. I wanted it to be more visible, you know. I took a picture of Stoll Cemetery, which is the most haunted cemetery in the United States of America, and photoshopped it with a couple of cool things. A picture of me standing outside a clock tower, you know, just little things here and there. And thinking about making t-shirts for this album, because why the not? And that's really easy to do if I go into Finder and let's see here. Ninth album cover.jpg. And people are talking about it where they took the album cover I made and made it look stupid because they think it's funny. However, you know, I'm laughing at it too because what you're doing is you're just giving me more exposure for my music, and I appreciate that. But by making a t-shirt with the actual album cover on it, people will see it and go, okay, that's what it looks like. You know what I did for fun one time here in town because I was ballsy enough to do it? I walked into Highland Cemetery here in town, Casper Cemetery, gorgeous, well kept, full of pine trees, very beautiful scenery. I walked in there with my bag full of goodies, and out of my bag I pulled my dark green and black hooded cloak. I had my scepter with me. I pulled out my Ouija board and proceeded to fuck with an Ouija board in that Casper Cemetery, try to communicate with ghosts just to see what happens. The Ouija board didn't move, but you could feel this energy in the air. It was just still. It was a surreal feeling, you know what I'm saying? I could feel this energy circling around me. You know, offer some tobacco for the spirits. And a couple weeks before I did that, there was just a lot of drama here in town, you know, and I've noticed that when ghosts and spirits are pissed off, it affects living people. That's no lie. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think, ghosts are just fragments of energy left behind on the continuous time existence that never seems to end. So basically, ghosts and poltergeists, that sort of thing, they're coexisting at the same time, but from a different time, if that makes any sense. Go ahead and quit it on iTunes. The album cover looks sick. I wanted a way that the writing looked simple, it was easy to write, and easy to read, not overly complicated. And then the word advocate is spelled with an anarchist A, and the T in advocate's an inverted cross. The word hells, the S is made out of a devil's tail. That's what I tried to make it look like. And there's like a little bit of blood splatter behind the word hells. You got this boss ass pentagram on the album cover, and a comedy and tragedy mask resting on a tombstone on this other side. And then in the background, you got a picture of me standing in front of a clock tower. And I tried to Photoshop it a bit so it doesn't look that recognizable. Just because I took a picture of me standing in front of a church clock tower here in Wyoming, and then I Photoshopped a fallen angel taking off from the top of it. You know, just a random cool cover and try to express myself and make it look badass. You know what I'm saying? And I would post various ones of it, and I'd come back to it and be like, you know, I don't like it. But then I come back to this version and I'm like, yeah, I like it. It's cool, it's clean, it's simple, it's not overdone, it's not too busy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put a parental advisory sticker logo thing on it, you know. It says Hell's Advocates. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want your kids listening to that shit, then don't listen to it. I get so tired of people blaming the artist for our society's problem. And quite honestly, I get tired of people blaming Satan for everyone's bullshit instead of taking responsibility for our own actions. Which is a song on Hell's Advocate. The song's called Don't Blame the Devil. But not only am I mixing black metal and power metal, I'm also mixing traces of hip hop with it. Not rapping necessarily. I am quite the rapper, yes, but more or less like beat influence. You get a basic drum beat that's universal for metal and rock, and then you mix it with hip hop, and then you add the vocal influence from the genres. You can make it work, it just takes time and recording. And that's the thing of it. I sell merchandise on the internet through Teespring and what have you. I make wands. That's better than doing nothing. I'm not just sitting on my ass, you know. And that's what gets me about people. I try to make an earnest living. You know what I'm saying? Honest and earnest, you know what I'm saying? Tubes. And, yeah, just go to that. Alright. To the front, we're going to add the new album cover. I've done this kind of thing before, doing rough drafts with it, and I ended up deleting the campaigns just because they didn't look good, and I changed the album cover up a bit. But this version I like. So what I'm going to do is make a black t-shirt and then put the album cover in the center. As I'm uploading it, it covers the majority of the t-shirt pretty nicely. And if I stretch it any bigger, it's going to be outside the borderline, so that's fine. I'm happy with the way the album cover looks. It looks sick as shit. Now they have a couple of cool fonts to choose from on Teespring. They're not a sponsor of the channel, but I do like using their store to make merchandise. A lot of YouTubers use Teespring to make their merchandise. I'm just saying. You know. And some people might call me a sellout for doing that, for copying everyone else. But I'm like, dude, instead of being jealous that I'm trying. Why not try for yourself? Maybe get like a nice red font. Yeah, there we go. I like that. To match the album cover. Yeah. Now the keyboard doesn't work. I can delete. There's a couple keys that work that make it so I can function and do the stuff that I need to do, like post videos and such. But I'm not complaining. It could be worse, bro. So, taking advantage of technology because my keyboard doesn't work. HELLS. There's a lot of references to that, but no, blaming the devil for our society's problems is no different, really, than blaming God for anything and everything that's wrong with our society. And that's not to pick on Christians or anything, that's just, you know, a fair point. Then we got a lot of cool fonts to choose one. Choose one that'll look cool for the shirt. Um, and just I like designing T-shirts that I can buy, that my fans can buy. And this is advertising for my new album, so you know, I guarantee you that my fans are gonna love the new album. I'm taking a lot of time making it, so that way it comes out the way I want it to sound. For one, and two, there's a reason why my albums get progressively better with each one. All right. There's a font on here called Brothers of Metal. That's pretty sweet. I don't know if they still have that font. If they don't, I'll choose something else. It's kind of got that, like, you know. Let's see. They may delete some fonts from their list of fonts because they don't get used a whole lot. And it's alphabetized. So let's see. Yep, right there, baby. Now we can make the font super big. Kind of center it a bit. Doesn't look half bad. I can get down with that. Make it like super bold. Now the designing t-shirts with Teespring is pretty easy. It never hurts to try YouTube. That's what I'm getting at. Now, right after I did that calming ritual to calm down the spiritual energy, it took a couple days, but eventually, I felt the energy around town kind of just, advocate. Nope, nope. Listen up, Google. Advocate. I'm gonna have to spell it like I spelled it on the album. Which there's different ways to spell it, but the way I'm spelling it, it's saying the definition is to advocate or advertise for something, so it's spelled correctly. That's the thing of it too, is I'd spell it incorrectly, and the album cover just wasn't, Instead of Googling it, I could just copy the copy it from the way I have it listed on iTunes. Because sometimes using the Google Speak app on the computer doesn't work the best. You get some random, you know. And even if you don't want to sell T-shirts on Teespring, you can still design your own T-shirts and buy them, which is cool too. It's a awesome feature. And they do have the font, which is awesome. When you go into your font section, you can see that it's all alphabetized. So if you remember from your schooling days, if you can remember the alphabet, you know what I'm saying. It makes it easy to scroll through the fonts. And if you know the website's font selection, just click on it. Yeah, buddy. Center it so it looks good. That looks fucking righteous. Now I want to make Hell's a little bit smaller so I can put some rock on signs next to it on the top, Um, the only thing that Teespring changed is the old version. They had clip art you could add to it. The new version, you kind of have to create your own shirt from scratch. So, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Rock on skull hands. I mean, that works. Okay, now that'd be a bitch and I have to Photoshop this copyrighted image. Now, if you're using this engraving from the sign, okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see. It might take a little bit of photoshopping YouTube, but I can make a kick-ass t-shirt for Teespring. And it may take a good minute to make this work. A little bit of working around technology and shit. But I think we can make a kick-ass t-shirt, yo. And you gotta be careful using that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're adding it to something else, it becomes something different completely. You can get in trouble for that, so yeah, be careful doing that. I like that one too. That's pretty good. Technology is a wonderful thing if you know how to use it. Alright, so if I take a couple of these photos that I took here with my phone, I'm going to decorate the side of it a little bit with some cool shit. I know that'll work just fine. Right now I'm kind of just going with my gut instinct on this band t-shirt that I'm making. Sometimes that works, YouTube. Watching me create fan merch is probably not that entertaining, but having a little fun on the weekend, just you know. Yeah. We got the start to a kick-ass t-shirt, yo. Alright, now we can charge my phone while we're at it. Open up that, open up that. Unlock the phone. Now by uploading the images that I just took to desktop, a little bit of Photoshop, and we can actually make this look legit. You know, get a couple of skulls on one side and then a skeletal hand given the rock on sign on the other side. So, I mean, there's a way to do this, but it's going to take a little bit of Photoshop. I don't have Photoshop. I have something oddly similar to it, though. I have a program called GIMP. And GIMP is like Photoshop and Paint Studio rolled into one. It's free to download, you know. I needed a program that I could use to make album covers and stuff like that. Make kick-ass t-shirt designs. So I chose GIMP, and yeah, it works great, dude. I like it. I'll put the album cover back in my documents. There we go. Beautiful. We don't need iTunes right now. Put that to the side. Now, just wait patiently for that program to open up so we can, you know, do something cool with it here. This program takes a little bit to open up, so we got plenty of time. It's the weekend, winding down for the evening, making some kick-ass fan merch, band merch. You know how we do. There'll be some people who are going to watch this video. This isn't very entertaining. It's watching some dude create his own merch. And there are some people who like it. You know, it just depends on who you talk to. Yep. When I got new glasses, I got some eyeglass cleaner, which is quite handy to have. And I put a little bit on the computer screen and wiped it off. And shit looks fresh, yo. Let's see here. Oh, hold up. Actually, no, I'm not going to put the skulls on here. I got a better idea. I mean, I could put it on there, but the camera took it sideways by accident. Son of a whore. It's easy enough to rotate, though, so I'm not worried about it. Let's see. I mean, you could put in the effort to make a kick-ass t-shirt, so you might as well do it, you know. Let's see. Tools. Let's see. Transform tools. Rotate. The skulls are facing this way. And they need to be facing top to bottom. Let's see. Transform. Image. Transform. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Booyah. Flip 90 degrees. There we go. Now I want to cut the skulls out, save it as skull 1, skull 2, and then, yeah. Now, I like using GIMP to do basic photo editing. It's, you know, it's not that complicated. It's pretty straightforward. Now, Photoshop of any kind, whether you're using GIMP, Photoshop, or Paint Studio to create a kick-ass image, it's tedious, but the end result, YouTube, I will have a kick-ass band t-shirt advertising for my new album, which is, the album cover's done, and I'm getting close to completing the list of songs. Now it's great, it gets the advertisement going for my next album. And it creates cool merchandise too, so I'm like, why not? And you know, there might be people who dislike it, videos like this. And they can talk all the smack they want because at least I'm trying. You know, hmm, that looks cool. So I'm gonna have to call it school 1 and school 2. I mean, it's gonna take a little bit to make this shite happen, but it'll add some cool shit to the shirt, And yeah, dude, this album's gonna kick this man. So back to the internet. Keyboard doesn't work, so skull1.jpg. And there's several files named that, so you just copy what it says on the Google. That's working around a broken keyboard, to be quite honest. And of course it doesn't want to work. Yeah, I was having problems with this last time. It didn't want to work. So, try, I guess. S dot. Yeah, keyboard doesn't want to work. That's great. And this is the problem I had encountering earlier when I was making this Cobra t-shirt that I'm wearing. The program wouldn't save. I was like, aren't you a stinky bastard? It's called Unentitled. 1 save to desktop. Alright, and then go back to that same image we were working on earlier. Let's see if that's saved. Well, the file opens up, but if we could save it as a JPEG, yeah, we'll try. All we can do is try YouTube. And technology is a pain in the butt sometimes, so oh, there it goes. JPEG. Save. Take me to the export log. Export. So first you have to save the file in the program, reopen it, and then save it as a JPEG. Oh, no, it doesn't want to export. That's alright. Try that again. Come on, stubborn bastard. There it goes. Export. There we go, there's skull number 1 done. Awesome. And let's do number 2. I think a combination of these are going to look sick on the shirt. That's the only reason why I'm doing it. I might put these on the front and then copy the image of the Rockin' On symbol for the back and then put the song list on the back. I think stopping at Demon Wings would be a perfect place to stop for the song list, honestly. So, 8 songs is a nice even number. This other skull has a bunch of long hair, so that's going to be a bit trickier to Photoshop out and cut out, Shit. Okay, you know what? Let's just start here. God damn it. Yeah, this skull is going to be a bit trickier to cut out. Right now I have a vision I want to complete, so I'm determined. Let's add the first skull to it. That's too tiny on the front. I might have to put the design on the back then. So that's the thing about designing a t-shirt. You don't want the front to be too terribly busy. Oh, come on, you shit. There you go. That's centered nicely. Okay, so the back. It'd make it look a lot cleaner if I opened it up in GIMP one more time and put a black background behind it. Yes, and then resaved it again. I seen it uploaded on to the t-shirt and had this big black box around it. I'm like, I don't know about that. If the t-shirt's black, it would look better, to be honest. So you see what works and what doesn't work. And go ahead and resave that mother. Let's see if the image changed. No. Might have to copy the save files name again and try that again. It seems like a lot of headache to go through for a t-shirt, but totally worth it, dude. Oh, you shifty motherfucking bastard. Alright, so that. It did it before, so it's just a matter of being patient, Technology is another thing that I'm tired of being pissed at, to be brutally honest. Like, nothing you can do. Humans will try to make technology, but it's never going to be completely perfect. Okay, just see if it'll type. Yeah, it's typing, so you know what? Forget trying to copy and paste. If that's not wanting to work. Definitely the weekend. Sounds like my neighbors are having a good time bumping that sweet system. Hell yeah. Fuck yes. That looks 1,000 times better, laddie Jim. Alright, so we got the one skull done. Maybe it'll look better on the front if, eh. I'll just put it on the back, screw it. Image, unentitled one. Don't remember what the file name is called. You know, you just need it to. Oh, yeah, that looks so much better, dude. Righteous shit, man. I can make them a little bit bigger on the back and put them next to each other. Alright. So we're just going to go through and like any sort of really major, you know, sort of strains in the hair on this other design. Like, I don't have to be too detailed with it, but detailed enough, you know, that it looks cool on the shirt. Yeah, there we go. And if I study the image up close, the best way to do this, YouTube, is to find a good spot to start. So if you're cutting and pasting and saving multiple times to create a new image or to create a t-shirt, whatever the case may be, you know, you want to find the right spot to, son of a bitch. Yeah, this one with the longer hair is going to be trickier to cut out, but that's okay. Undo. That's the fun of life. It challenges you. And there's no sense in giving up when things get tough. Get determined. Okay, so yeah, there we go. We'll just make it simple and try not to be worried too much about. I mean, cut it out to a degree where it looks cool, but don't be too concerned about getting the finer hairs. Just get the basic shape of it. That looks like that's going to be my best approach. Because, yeah, come on. Yes. You know, I'm cool with that. That looks cool. Okay, so copy that. Now, the process that we did with our first skull, we're going to repeat it again. We take from what we learned last time. And with the background being the same color as the shirt, it's not going to make much of a difference. It's still going to be a kick-ass shirt. So, yeah. Well, okay, it's not perfect, the line, but kind of trim it up a bit. Kind of clean the image so it's got a cleaner shape to it. And then, yeah, buddy. All right. Yeah, buddy. Entitled to, oops, son of a bitch. Undo. Oh, yeah. See, technology is not the most responsive, but we're getting it, man. This one's going to take a bit longer to save because there's a couple of things. It's not letting me progress to the next step, so, you know, it's going to take saving it a couple times to get it just right, but that's all right. Yeah, save it to the desktop, save. Yeah, there we go. I'll repeat this process a couple times. Close out of that. And then reopen the same image. Hell yeah. Ooh-wee. See if it'll, yeah. I can use the eraser to do this. Excellent, excellent. Alrighty then. This is what I do for fun sometimes. You know, I come up with cool stuff. That's a more consistent shape. Right on. That makes that skull look kick-ass. And go ahead and save it as the same thing. I thought I might have to do this process 2 to 3 times, but twice it seems to be the magic number. Right on. Export. Replace. Oh, it's being stubborn. Come on. Replace. There it goes. Awesome sauce. So now we close out of that one. I'm going to leave the program open because we're going to need it for one more image. Discard changes on that. So that's exactly what I was going for on the goal for the skulls. Beautiful. Add image. Trying to make it. There we go, that looks clean. Now by the time I add that symbol to it, and yeah, name it like unentitled 3 and 4, and just rotate it so that way it looks like it's going like that, you know what I'm saying, with both hands. You can add some text to it. Only this one's going to be a little bit easier to cut out, YouTube, because it's just one image. And I did the same thing that the other one did. So I have to rotate it and flip it horizontally, going this way to make them both. Come on. And it doesn't want to do it. Convert. Come on. Do it. Open the file. There's a good last. Come on. Yes. Beautiful. That's what I thought, motherfucker. Image. Transform. Flip horizontally. Nope. That didn't do it. But that's One Direction place to put it. Fuck One Direction, they suck. I didn't mean to make that shitty band reference. Real musicians don't apologize for their drug use. Ouch. But yeah, we're going to keep rotating the image until we get it where we want it. Let's see. A friend of mine invited me out for drinks tomorrow. Can't complain about that. I mean, hell yeah, that's what's up. Let's see. Image, transform, flip 90-degree angle. It's not wanting to do it. There it goes. One more. Come on. Booyaka. Now I got that facing in the right area, in the right direction. Go ahead and just... That's part of the experience of being a rock star and making music. You gotta have your band merch, you gotta make the album, and just getting it all done as a collective while I finish the album. It gets people psyched for it, you know. Actually, it'll be easier just to... this will be it. So I got black in the background. So this is going to be a lot easier. It's going to go like that. And that's going to take a bloody fucking minute to make this cover, but... Copy. And new file. Okay. Paste. Oh yeah, this one's a lot easier to cut out, doing the rock on sign for the back of the shirt. Much easier to cut out. This is going to go a lot quicker. Come on. Wants to be a wanker. Okay, there it goes. The GIMP's not that complicating to use, but you gotta deselect it and plant it on the page before you fill in the color. And go ahead and save as unentitled 3.jpg. Save G. Oops. Accidentally typed in H. Nope. Yep, there we go. Alright, export that son bitch. Right. Yep, okay, export to the desktop. There we go. Come on. Don't be a wanker. You can do it. There we go. Now as we get those separate images saved to the desktop, I can upload them as I do it and put the shirt together. That's practically covering the whole back of the shirt between those 4 images. Like it. Copy the image again. Go to New, Open, Paste. And if we flip it horizontally, the thumb will go from being on this side to this side, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Transform, flip horizontally. So the front of the t-shirt has the album on it, the album cover, and the back of it has a couple of kick-ass skulls and some rock-on signs made out of the skull hands. It looks cool, dude. Like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but technology is a pain in the butt. But if you work with it, you can do some cool shit with it, you know? That's why people mess with it. Alright, so we go to unentitled number 4. Make it a .jpg image and just repeat the process once again. Save, export, export. Make the image 100%. Export. I would call it a booyah moment. Now I want to quit out of GIMP, completely discard all changes on both of those projects. Let that close, and now I got the 4 images that we used to make it. Add image and do the 4th one for the other side. I mean, just doing the album cover and writing Hell's Advocate from top to bottom, it's cool, but, you know, it's not, it's the shirt, you know, could be cooler in my opinion. And you make the images on the back the same size. Yo. Oh, YouTube. Fucking sick. In the back of it should say something too, like, don't blame the devil. Huh? Add text. Make the text the same color as the front. Kind of stretch it out a little bit to go with the skeletal shit on the back, you know. Other than it saying Hell's Advocate on the front, this is actually a pretty clean design, other than the blood and the title on the t-shirt, so it's not too bad. New window, Google, once again. Don't blame the devil himself. And I'm talking the devil himself, the almighty ruler, the big honcho, the guy that commands all of hell. That guy, yeah. That thing, demon, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that guy, yeah. Let's see. Paste. Oh, don't be a wank. You know, I'm making these kick-ass. No, God fucking damn it. This is why the file's on there. Okay, you cheap bastard. Don't delete the other fucking image of that skull when I'm trying to add text to it. See, it's fighting me because it knows I'm going to make a kick-ass t-shirt. That's all it is. It wants to fight me, but it's not going to win. Alright. Text. I have to drag it as far back as I can. Yeah, see, there it goes, you shag nasty. I can't fit the whole thing in one long line, so if I hit return a couple times, you make the design look a little bit cleaner. I'll just take off himself. Just don't blame the devil, I like that. Put it between all four of the images there. Oh, dude. Bro. This t-shirt is gonna be sick. Hmm. Got some cool fonts to choose from too. Gotta have a sick band t-shirt to go with our sick album here. Ha! What if I made the font Holy Empire? If I chose Holy Empire for the back of the t-shirt, that would make it even funnier. Oh. And it looks kind of cool, but yeah. Yeah, it looks cool, but I'm like, nah. When you get a font where it centers itself, and you know what I'm saying. I'll see how it looks with the same font from the front, and if I don't like it, I can always pick a different one. A, B, C, right there. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe you like to don't blame and then put the devil on the bottom. Yeah, because I'm trying to put it all, make it look clean here. And, hmm. You like the words going down the shirt instead of doing it all at once. That way the design comes out a bit more clean. It's going to take a lot of text adding. That's all right. Putting the effort into the shirt pays off. This is why people would consider it if we do different fonts for it. Yeah, stick to the same so it matches. Maybe we can get lucky and it'll actually type. Nope, that's all right. If I copy and paste the words separately, so be it. The keyboard don't work, so I'm making the best of it, right? Blame. Oops. Undo. Copy. Yeah, doing the words separately like that so the images really stick out. I like it. Make the words bigger and separate. Position it just right. See, I like it when a t-shirt comes together that looks this sick. Don't. So it has proper punctuation and everything. Put like the right there and then devil right there at the bottom. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. That looks pretty sick. The. I feel lazy having to use Google to type it up, but I digress. The keyboard's not working, so we're making the best of it here. Let's see. Oh yeah, this shirt's looking cool, man. A little bit bigger. Maybe a little bit smaller. There we go. It's positioned right. And DEVIL. Yeah, we need a capital on that. Awesome sauce. Copy. Add one more text layer. Put it like down here. Same color, same font. Oh, we're pretty close to making a sick shirt, you know. I'm making it unbold is, yeah, that looks cleaner. And making the font less bold, that looks cool. Let's see that. Let me make that just a little bit bigger. Okay, that's perfect. The back looks good. Front, I might, yeah, dude, that looks way cooler. Change the font on the front so that way Yes. That looks a lot fancier, more flashy. Dude, I like that. I like that a lot. That looks kick-ass. Keep the Brothers a metal font for the back. It fits the rock on side, you know. Yeah, man. I would call that a band t-shirt. That looks sick. I'm keeping that. Select styles. Now we got our fucking design. Oh, I found a font called Black Rose. I'm like, that's cool looking. I can dig it. And maybe offer it. What would it look like as leggings? Yeah, no. Select styles. Do a tank top. Teespring is a great way to make merchandise for your YouTube channel, you know, for your album, whatever. Oh no, that didn't work. Okay, yeah, no, back. Nothing, I'll just do a regular t-shirt, that's enough. Select styles. Let's see what the others look like. Yeah, no, screw it. Just do a classic tee, simple. Now we need a title for the t-shirt. Hell's Advocate band t-shirt. Yeah. Capital H. Just spell it right. Let's see. Advocate. Advocate. Beautiful. All right, Google actually spells it right for me. Appreciate that. And booyah. We go to paste in the title. Let's see. Then we go to Google for the description. Why should you buy the t-shirt? Well, if you're a fan of the video, obviously. If you're fans of the videos, yeah, okay, so. A awesome shirt advertising for King Cobra's music. Short, sweet, to the point. Paste that in the description. This is a shirt for my new album. And I like this final design that looks... URL looks perfect, they say. Let's launch this son of a bitch. Publish the listing. You know what? I like that. They look good, man. So if you want to buy the Hell's Advocate t-shirt for advertising for the new 9th album, then I'll put it in the description box below. Greatly appreciated. You can now purchase the shirts that you watch me create for you on camera, man. That's fucking sick. And trust and believe it was a stubborn pain in the Asperger's to create. Technology fighting me the whole goddamn way. But I'm like, nope, let's keep my cool and, see what we can come up with. Explore my creative options. And I guarantee you that when you print the shirt, you'll see the album cover on there. Now, the image is a lot smaller, obviously, so it's not an exact representation of it. But when you get it in person, I know for a fact that album cover is big enough on that design, it'll catch everything in the in the on the picture. So yeah. Now I know this. If I zoom in to the picture itself of said t-shirt, yep, I zoomed in closer, and because you can't really tell when you see it on the websites, but I zoomed in closer to it, and that got the entire album cover on there very nicely. Beautiful, YouTube, just beautiful. So I would call that a kick-ass t-shirt, yo. And if you want to purchase it, it'll be available on Teespring. Beautiful. Zoom out. Actual size. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So that's how you do it, tubes. Chilling out on an awesome weekend. I'm watching me create it and go through it step by step with wonky technology and technology being stubborn. And it's not the computer. Sometimes the program doesn't want to work. You know, I downloaded a free program. What do you expect? GIMP is a combination of Paint Studio and Photoshop. That's what they call it. It's got a picture of this fox holding a paintbrush in his mouth. You know the one? Yeah. And it works for basic Photoshop. It works. And I like the way that red font works with that shirt. That's very sharp. I definitely earned myself some pipe. As far as I'm concerned, all the haters and the religious bullshit, all the haters and religious bullshit can piss off. All the haters and the religious bullshit can piss off, YouTube. If there's anything we can learn from this video, YouTube, if there's anything we can learn from this video, it's to never give up and to always be determined. Now, the belt buckle don't want to buckle. Hold up. There it goes. You know, I had a vision for this shirt. I kept at it. And then eventually, we have another sick design for the hot summer. Spent about an hour creating this t-shirt, so that's not too bad. Yeah, that's real time too, fast forwarding it, that kind of thing. So if you want to buy a shirt that you just saw me or create, you didn't really see it like from what I saw, kind of thing, but you kind of listened in to me making it, then I'll put the link in the description box, which is that little box below the video where it says people and vlogs published such and such date. The shirt looks sick. The advertises for the album nicely. Yeah, buddy. Now the picture on Teespring's probably not going to do it a justice, to be honest. That was kind of a pain in the neck to create, but we got her, YouTube. And you apply this attitude anywhere, YouTube, not just on creating products, but anywhere in life. And, you know, if that would have pissed me off too much, I would have been like, you know what, that's cool, I'll just take a break and come back at it. But I was determined. And determination and hard work will get you places, tubes. I'm given a shitty hand. People bully me wherever I try to get a job. So I make the best of it and start my own damn business. And the anecdotal proof is in the subreddit. That's why I made a video discussing it. And that's just it. Rather than sit on my ass and do nothing, I at least attempt to make a living that's honest. And I get chastised for it. It's fucking pathetic, to be honest. And it makes me laugh at these stupid trolls. Hey, YouTube, it's the weekend. Fucking get it. I would call this the final draft for my album cover. If you want to follow my music on Facebook, I can provide the link to that as well. Let's see. See, even with the keyboard not working all the way, I can still get to my music page on Facebook. And the cool thing of it too is I have my music from my last album. It's pretty hard to get some of my older albums because I'd upload them to iTunes through TuneCore. They'd be live for a year and then no more. And I lost a lot of the original songs. So this right here is some of my more recent stuff and stuff that I've posted from YouTube, people who have taken music and saved it to another file. That's how I've been able to keep most of it. So now we need a third window and YouTube. All right. And a fourth window for Google so we can name the video. Now having a keyboard that doesn't work is kind of a pain in the ass, but if you don't really need it that much, and you can just use Google voice command to search shit. You can also use it to copy and paste what you need it for, making titles, such and such, It would have been that shirt would have been created so much faster if I could have just typed it out, But that's life. Sometimes they throw you a curveball, so you swing at it and make the best of it, right? I'm cynical, but I'm fair. I will admit that. I call it being optimistic. You're not going to say life's peaches and cream, but life's not complete shit either. It's really how you perceive it. It really is how you perceive it because people get handed shitty circumstances every day. It's the fucking truth. And you can't control it sometimes, so you gotta make the best of it, dude. So there's your hour-long video of me creating a t-shirt. Let's think of a title for the video, shall we? Badass Band t-shirt. Badass Band t-shirts. It added an S on the end. I'm cool with that, so we copy it. That way when I go to hit stop the video and hit save the video, there's our title. And I can copy and paste the links for my King Cobra music page on Facebook and for the t-shirt you witnessed me make on video. Now, it's a long-ass video of me talking, so, for some people it's not very entertaining, but, you take what I have to say in this video to heart, and maybe it's a life lesson. You never know. But no one's going to take me that seriously because I'm autistic. That's just how it is. Some people are going to be like, yo, this guy's telling it like it is, and some people are going to be like, why should we take you seriously? You have a mental disorder. And if people want to judge like that, that's just their loss, not mine. All I can do is offer advice. I can't make you take it. No one asked for your advice. Okay, some people might ask for it. See, that's where you're so quick to assume. And being quick to assume doesn't get you places in life. Misunderstandings are the worst, dude. You can blow a situation out of proportion so quickly over a simple misunderstanding. And if you let what someone said about you on social media get to you to the point where you want to confront them outside of social media, then maybe, just maybe, and here's my advice, but I don't care how bad someone pisses me off. If it's on social media, I have no reason to confront them. It's a waste of fucking time because at the end of the fucking day, it's stupid shit said on social media. Therefore, that's where it should stay, is on social media. I tend to think if you're trying to confront somebody off of what they said in real life, what they said got to you, and maybe some part of them's right. No sense letting your feelers get hurt just because of what some asshole says on the internet. Bit of a pipe thoughts mixed in with this t-shirt design video. But that's the main focus of this video, is designing the t-shirt, so that's why it's called Designing a Badass Music T-Shirt. Now the t-shirt I'm wearing right now is an example of one of those shirts that it doesn't do it justice. You got to see it in person, and yeah, I don't have any sort of control. A little pipe ash on my forehead, gross. I have no control over however much Teespring charges. All I can do is create the sick merch, and it's greatly appreciated. Like, I'm starting to see a slight increase. So there you go. Anyways, tubes, thank you for watching this kick-ass inspirational video. Keep on trucking. Fuck suicide. Fuck the assholes talking shit. And make life happen for you, no matter how hard life kicks you in the ass.